Hey everybody, it's Amy Graham, the Badass Valkyrie, and I wanted to go over one of the other planners that I'm going to be using in 2022. Typically, I am not normally a Happy Planner user. However, I enjoy using their budget planner. It helps me pay my bills. It's just quick, easy, very simple. I can take things in and out. And this has been my budget planner for a while. I just usually keep like stickers and stuff here, bills and things that I need to keep for whatever records on this side. And then I have the super giant rings just because these were a set of metal rings that I picked up on sale somewhere. But I have typically used the budget, it's a pack that is their budget planning pack. And it is an undated pack. And for 2021, trying to go through what I had some hodgepodge budget planning left over from 2020. And so I just kind of cobbled it all together and put it in here. I have various stickers as far as their budgeting stickers, things that I have gone through, and some of these I've used. So I just use like all of the bill pay or all of the payday ones here on this sheet are gone, and on that one. But other things I haven't actually used. So I just kind of hodgepodge it all together. Let me go to October. I go through, first off, well, this one, like I said, I redid, I like a Monday start. And so because these were undated, I just went in and put Monday through Sunday. I used a lot of my Cocoa Daisy stickers for that. And then I just hand numbered each month. And then I went through and marked the paydays with the little dollar signs and either my payday or Greg's payday. And then typically I will go through and put in, I say typically, and then I don't have it. I'll go through and I'll put when certain things are due in that month. Most of my bills now are just auto pay. And so I don't have to keep track so tightly. But I realize that I want to just make sure, especially with eventing and things like that coming back into play in 2022, I just want to make sure that I stay on top of this. And so I will go in and I will write down, like the first our mortgage is due, when certain things come out of certain accounts. My husband and I have our own personal account because it just makes sense for us. He pays for like gaming and things like that. I do my own gaming, but when I was fighting and traveling and doing all of that, when we first got married, it was just, we had very separate interests. And so instead of having to worry about the balance on each of our, on the house account or whatever, we decided to keep our own personal accounts, and anything that is just for me comes out of my personal account. If it's for the house, then it'll come out of the house account. And for 24 years, that has worked ideally. And I do not foresee us ever changing that. So we have two different accounts. We have the house account and then a personal account. I keep track of my personal account in this binder as well, but Greg does his own finances. So we each put in a certain amount of money to the house account, and I know exactly how much money goes into that account each month or each payday. And so then I have control of that. And then he worries about his own account. I worry about mine. So that's what I do on the the monthly layout. And then I'll list all of the bills and stuff here. And then I just have a little, this is why I use the Happy Planner, because I can just take this out and I can go in and write these down. These are the dates that they're due. And then I just have it, does it come out of the house account? And if it's auto pay, and what day these come out. This is what comes out of the house account. And then H is for house. When I'm doing a full list of billing, I will usually put like the house account first, and then I'll in one color, and then I'll just draw a line through this, and then I'll list my accounts. And then down here, I'll put when the deposits were made and all of that kind of thing. Or if I've gotten any kind of if we've gotten any extra money going in, or if there's been something that's been canceled, I'll put that in the notes. But usually this checklist, the first checklist is the bills. And then we have that listed, and I have it whether it's auto pay or not. So I have that, so I can move that to each month, and then I'll go in and I will list the bills here. I don't ever worry about cash, credit, debit, need, want, whatever. I just list the date, the amount, and like if it's the mortgage, I'll put the mortgage, and then I'll just check. I'll just usually use this first box, or however far across it is. If it's been paid, if it came out, everything is fine. And then I had put these in for a budget review, and then I had an extra piece of note paper in the back in case I needed it. I haven't ever used that. So, but this is what I had been using. It had been kind of a hodgepodge, put this in all together and go from there. Now, I say that because this year, for 2022, I have actually gone and picked up one of their budget planners, because I know I can change everything about this. This will be changing to a different cover that I have. I just keep all the covers in a file and change that. And then I'll probably change out the plastic rings for the big giant rings. Anyway, but this is their budget layout. And I wanted to go and show you what I'm using for 2022, just because I am going to be adding stuff to this that has all my personal information in it. And so I just didn't want to do that when you guys can see what I pay for my bills. But in this, it has the month or the year to glance for 2022 and 2023. Then you've got the month in a list. I don't know what this is officially called, but yeah, from January to December. And I actually pulled out this. This was, again, a hodgepodge that I pulled out for October, November, December, because I'm going to be redoing October, November, December in here, just so I can have it all updated in one place. And then, so this has just the January tabs. You can do, it's got the January, like financial goals, important dates, unexpected expenditures. I'm keeping track of events and unexpected expenses that pop up during the month. So you can write that there. You can have a place for notes. And then you have the month at a glance. And like I said, I'll go through and I will start adding when the bills are due. And that's all that gets put in here, is just when the bills are due. Now, I am going to be adding some other pages to this in the future, so that it is also a meal planning, but it's not going to be meal planning per se. I have a weekly view that I am going to get. I don't think I have the weekly view up here. Oh, I do. And again, this is just one of your add-ins that you can do. It'll just be the month of, you'll put that in there, and then it will, you have your errands, your to-buys, your bills to pay, and then your week. And then you have that for each week. What I'm going to do is, when I can find the one that I actually want, I want to get a dated version of this so that each month will also have a set of these for the week, or for each week. And I can go in and I can put in what we are going to be meal planning, if there are any appointments for the pets, or we need to do anything with the house. So, and I'm probably going to use this cover instead of the one that's there. But, and again, this cover, this back cover was not the back cover for this. Like I said, I will hodgepodge everything. So having a full planner that's made for budgeting and bill paying is kind of highfalutin for me. I'm like, oh, look, I don't have to like put all the dates in and stuff. So in this, there's the month at a glance. And then you have your dates for your income 1 and income 2. Then your totals for income and expenses, and then what's remaining. So you can put in your housing expenses, your food expenses, your utilities, your personal expenses, transportation, entertainment, medical, and other. And then you have a savings tracker. And then you've got your accounts and your debts. So like credit card payments, things like that. And I love this layout. A couple of years back, I'd used the Budget Moms financial planner, and I was doing cash envelopes and that kind of thing. And since the pandemic, not really using that anymore. It is a rarity that I have cash on me at all, or that the places that I go to take cash. So this will work out really well for me. And instead of having to like color code and all this kind of thing, I can just put the expenses once I write them down here. And I love that it says this is the week from December 27th to January 2nd. I can write out the expenses from our house account and put these here. And I don't really worry about that for my personal account, but I could do that if I wanted to track any of this. But I want to do this specifically for our house account. My account would be secondary, but I do love having this here, trying not to spend money on anything outside of necessities for at least 1 week during the month. And you can pick what you have a no spend for. Whoop, sorry, didn't mean to knock you there. So, and it gives you each week that you can write out your expenses. And at the bottom here, it says, where do I deserve a gold star? Is there anything I can do better next week? I don't know that I will go into that detail. I may just use that for notes, but we'll see. But then you have also a couple of note pages. So here's a blank note page there. And then you have a closing it out kind of thing for January. And then you can make notes here. You can check off that you paid certain ones, which I will probably do for the house account, and put all the house account expenses here, and then just check them off when they've actually been paid. And then just more notes. And then you go into the unexpected spends and notes page for February. And then that just starts forward. So this is just so easy for me. And I can just pull the page out, put it back in. And that's part of why I feel like the metal rings or discs work better than the plastic. But, oh, I just noticed something. Oh, this has challenges for each month. So for here, you've got a $100 challenge. Instead of an impromptu shopping trip, try saving $25 each week this month, and you have yourself an extra $100 tucked away. I like that. So that's for February. For March, no cards. Try not to use your credit cards for at least 2 weeks during the month. I actually have paid off my credit cards, so all I use is a debit card now. So that one should be pretty easy to, maintain. For April, let's do a DIY. Save some cash by making a few of your own household cleaning products. That might be interesting. But just to have some different challenges, coffee at home. I usually always drink coffee at home. It is a treat when I go to Dutch Brothers. So there's that. Let's do one more. No online shopping. Challenge yourself to nix the online shopping during the month. Your wallet will thank you later. With the pandemic, that might be a little harder just because a lot of my shopping is online. But anyway, you kind of get the gist. This is what I use. And this is a more streamlined, fancy version because I haven't had to cobble it together. And I'm excited that I found an actual big budget planner. This is the classic size. And I find that that's just easy for me to keep on my desk. As you can see here, I've got like a big acrylic magazine rack that I keep a lot of my the extra stuff in. And so, yeah, I will be doing that. Now, for October through December, here, I showed you that I pulled that out, and then I picked up this plan to save. This is their undated insert, and so it's got undated month, and then it's got the same layout. It's colorful, and the only real difference that I found was it didn't have the income 1 and income 2, which is fine. And then you've got your account debts, your savings tracker, mortgage, the house, food, etc. And then you've got your weekly expenses here. And this is a little bit different. One second. Get to the January one. So this one was pretty similar. But again, like I said, that is a little bit different. But it still has the same categories, which I liked. And then you flip this next page, and then you've got, if I can pull all of these out of here, the date, the expense description, the amount, the need, the want, and like I said, I usually use those to just check off like the date that it came out of the account and that everything was fine with it. Or I will put the date that I paid it and then just check it off that it cleared. So we have these for October, November, December. So, and then this little packet came with 4 months, and then you've got an extra little pocket here. In my big green one, my big green binder, that's where I keep the current bills for that month when they come in. There's some things that I do still get an actual paper statement, and I'll just keep that in there. And then when I pay it, I just shred it and do that. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. It's not typical that I use a happy planner, but I have found that it is the easiest thing for me to just get in, write it down, and go. And I don't have to worry about it. It's very self-explanatory. It's easy. I can adjust it to what I want, and that is the key. It's something that I will do every month. And, a lot of people are like, oh, well, I do all my categorization and all of that stuff on my account, on my phone. I'm like, okay, I cannot see, and I prefer to write things down. It just clicks in my head more that this is how much that bill is. I paid that bill on this date. It's cleared. And I usually go in around the 1st and around the 15th just to check everything off. And then at the end of the month or the beginning of the 1st, I will just double check that everything from last month is cleared. And that's it. It's pretty self-explanatory, very easy. And I like Happy Planner for that. I've got a whole bunch of some of their temporary inserts or their undated inserts and that kind of thing. Just when I find them at my little store for, $2 or $3. And I hodgepodge things. And I enjoy that with the Happy Planner because it's so in and out easy. So it just makes it that much better for me. And if it's something that is easy for me to remember to do, to get into and get out of, I will do it. If it's too complicated for me, I will dread it and I will put it off and not want to do it. And so that's why I use this. They're readily available and I don't have to special order, and I can change it however I want to change it at any given point. So there you have it. I know it's kind of a one-off, but that's what I'm going to be using for the household bills and for meal planning and household stuff in 2022. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.